Now, the UK's royal family has at times in the past been criticised for being overly secretive, especially when it comes to matters of health.
At 42, Prince William stands at a pivotal moment in his life, balancing royal duty, personal convictions, and the ever-evolving expectations of the monarchy. Unlike the scandals that have rocked the royal family, he has remained steadfast, carefully shaping his legacy as the future king. Yet, beneath his composed exterior, speculation has swirled for years. Now, in a moment that has stunned both royal watchers and the public alike, Prince William has finally confirmed what many have long suspected. What does this revelation mean for the monarchy? Let's dive in. The rise of a future king. Buckingham Palace has long been a stage for grand events, political maneuvers, and whispers of power struggles. While the drama within its walls is a story for another day, today, all eyes are on a rising figure in the House of Windsor. Like a young oak taking root in the royal landscape, his presence is both steady and commanding. With a natural charm that blends tradition with modernity, he embodies the future of the monarchy, a future that may look quite different from the past. To understand the weight of this moment, we must go back to the very beginning. On July 22, 2013, the world held its breath as a new chapter in royal history unfolded. Outside the Lindo wing at St. Mary's Hospital in London, a newborn Prince George Alexander Louis made his first appearance, swaddled in his mother's arms. The moment was more than a celebration. It was a reaffirmation of continuity, a glimpse into the future of the British monarchy. From that day forward, his life would be lived under the watchful eyes of the public, shaped by both admiration and expectation. Yet despite his destiny as a future king, his parents, Prince William and Princess Catherine, were determined to offer him something few heirs to the throne have ever had: a childhood as close to normal as possible. While the world caught occasional glimpses of the young prince during official appearances, much of his early life remained carefully shielded. His parents sought to give him the freedom to explore, learn, and grow without the crushing weight of his royal obligations. One of his earliest public appearances came in 2014, when at just 9 months old, he accompanied his parents on a royal tour of Australia and New Zealand. The sight of the young prince, full of curiosity and joy, immediately captured the world's attention. During a playdate in Wellington, his infectious energy and natural ease among strangers hinted at an inner confidence beyond his years. It was a small but telling moment, one that suggested he would one day carry himself with the same poise as those who came before him. But there was something else, something even more remarkable. Those close to the young prince began to notice that he was no ordinary child. Experts, including speech therapist Amanda Gummer, observed his advanced communication skills and sharp intellect at an unusually early age. While the public saw an adorable royal toddler, those who knew him best whispered that he might possess a rare and extraordinary mind. Despite these early signs of promise, William and Catherine remained committed to raising their son with balance. William, in particular, was determined that his eldest child would experience life beyond the rigid expectations of royalty. He wanted George to play, to learn, to grow, unburdened by the destiny that loomed ahead. Yet, even in his youngest years, it was impossible to ignore the quiet sense of awareness in the young prince. He may have been more drawn to toys than to matters of the monarchy, but with each public appearance, it became clear he was already stepping into a role that would one day define history. But what if Prince George's extraordinary mind is already shaping the future of the monarchy? Keep watching to find out. Prince William's legacy of parenthood. Prince William's approach to fatherhood is deeply shaped by the lessons he learned from his mother, Princess Diana. She instilled in him the values of empathy, kindness, and a strong connection to ordinary people. Principles he now prioritizes in raising his own children, particularly Prince George. Unlike previous generations of royal fathers who maintained a strict, often distant approach to parenting, William has embraced a more modern and hands-on role, ensuring that his children grow up in a nurturing environment that balances royal duty with a sense of normalcy. Diana's influence on William was profound. She was determined that her sons, despite being born into immense privilege, would understand the struggles of the less fortunate. She took them to homeless shelters, hospitals, and charities, exposing them to realities far removed from the grandeur of palace life. William has often reflected on how these experiences shaped his worldview, instilling in him a lifelong commitment to service. He has carried these lessons forward, ensuring that George, Charlotte, and Louis also grow up with an awareness of their responsibilities beyond the royal gates. Another defining aspect of Diana's parenting was her warmth and emotional openness. She defied royal traditions by displaying affection in public, reinforcing the idea that a leader does not have to be distant to be respected. William absorbed this lesson, and in his own parenting, he emphasizes emotional connection and mental well-being. He has spoken openly about his struggles following Diana's tragic passing and how they have influenced his determination to create a supportive and loving home for his children. From an early age, Prince George has been at the center of this carefully balanced upbringing. William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, have worked diligently to shield their children from the overwhelming pressures of royal life, while gradually preparing them for the responsibilities ahead. Unlike past heirs who were raised under rigid protocols, George is growing up in an environment that encourages curiosity, exploration, and emotional intelligence. Public glimpses into George's life reveal a young prince who is not only poised and well-mannered, but also naturally inquisitive. One of his earliest official appearances during a 2014 royal tour of Australia and New Zealand showed a playful and confident infant already at ease in the public eye. Over the years, William has continued to introduce him to charitable initiatives, environmental projects, and public engagements, small but significant steps toward shaping his role as a future leader. Mental health has been a major focus of William's advocacy.
I didn't know anything about mental health. I really didn't. And I immersed myself in this topic because we realized and identified that this was a key social problem.
And he applies the same principles within his family. He and Catherine prioritize open communication, ensuring that their children feel heard and supported. This approach is a stark contrast to the emotional restraint traditionally expected of royal figures. By creating an atmosphere where his children can express themselves freely, William is redefining the role of a modern royal father. His hands-on parenting style is evident in the everyday moments he shares with his children. Whether it's school drop-offs, outdoor adventures, or bedtime routines, he remains actively involved, reinforcing the importance of family bonds. He and Catherine work as a team, blending their strengths to create a stable and loving home where George and his siblings can grow into well-rounded individuals. As Prince George matures, the world watches with interest, seeing the echoes of both his father and grandmother in the way he carries himself. His future is set on a path of immense responsibility, but under William's guidance, he is being prepared for it in a way that prioritizes humanity, resilience, and a sense of purpose. A glimpse into Prince George's public and private worlds. Over the years, Prince George has captivated the public with his carefully managed yet increasingly confident appearances. Early on, his moments in the spotlight were brief but memorable. Whether shyly waving at cameras during overseas tours or curiously peeking out from Buckingham Palace windows during grand celebrations, these small but meaningful glimpses into his childhood only deepened public intrigue. However, as he grows, his role within the royal family is becoming more defined, with each carefully chosen appearance hinting at the future king he will one day become. Take, for example, his presence at Trooping the Colour. an annual event celebrating the monarch's official birthday. Standing on the Buckingham Palace balcony alongside his parents and siblings, George has demonstrated a growing ability to remain composed amid the grandeur of the occasion. Observers have noted his remarkable poise, understanding the gravity of the moment without letting it overshadow his natural warmth and curiosity. His role at the Together at Christmas Carol service at Westminster Abbey offered yet another glimpse into his developing sense of responsibility. During the event, George was seen guiding his younger siblings, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, through the formalities, exuding a quiet confidence beyond his years. His calm demeanor and attentiveness to his siblings resonated with the public, revealing a young prince who is both grounded and mindful of his duties. Beyond these high-profile appearances, George's interactions with the public have also evolved. Much like his father, Prince William, he balances royal formality with a natural approachability. Whether offering a polite handshake or flashing a thoughtful smile, his gestures suggest an innate understanding of his role, even at a young age. Each new appearance fuels public curiosity. Who will Prince George grow into? Will he follow in his father's footsteps, blending royal duty with a down-to-earth charm, or will he redefine the role of a modern monarch? Away from the public eye, George leads a life that few get to witness. At Adelaide Cottage, his family home, he enjoys a childhood that blends royal traditions with moments of ordinary joy. Palace insiders reveal that George has developed a keen interest in cooking, often joining his family in the kitchen for weekend baking sessions. His fascination with the science behind recipes, curiously questioning why ingredients react the way they do, has surprised those around him, hinting at a sharp and inquisitive mind. His relationship with his siblings further showcases a different side of him. While public events often highlight his protective nature, private moments reveal a playful older brother who has even created a secret language with Charlotte and Louis. This coded way of communicating has reportedly helped them stay connected even during formal royal engagements. At home, George's curiosity extends beyond everyday activities. During family meals, he is known to initiate discussions on global issues, from conservation efforts to space exploration. His ability to form thoughtful opinions has impressed both William and Kate, who continue to nurture his awareness of the world beyond palace walls. But what surprising trait is Prince George developing that could shape his future as a modern monarch? Stay tuned to find out. Prince George's growing curiosity and remarkable intelligence. From an early age, Prince George Alexander Louis has displayed a natural curiosity that goes beyond simple childhood wonder. His parents, Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, have nurtured this trait by encouraging him to explore, ask questions, and develop a deeper understanding of the world around him. Whether in school, at home, or during public engagements, his thirst for knowledge and sharp intellect have become increasingly evident. History and geography have particularly captured his attention, an interest that seems fitting for a future king. Growing up surrounded by centuries of British tradition, George has shown a fascination with past monarchs, historical events, and the significance of the places he visits. His education at Thomas's Battersea and later at Lambrook has provided the perfect environment to expand his knowledge, allowing him to grasp complex topics with remarkable ease. Teachers and those close to the family have noted that he enjoys discussing historical figures and key moments that have shaped the United Kingdom. Beyond history, George's analytical thinking is reflected in his love for problem-solving activities. He enjoys puzzles, strategy games, and building intricate structures with Lego, demonstrating patience and attention to detail. His ability to break down challenges and think critically extends into everyday moments. Whether analyzing football strategies while watching a match or engaging in discussions about world affairs, his insights often go beyond what is expected for someone his age. his curiosity extends into science and environmental issues, a passion that mirrors his father's commitment to conservation. During a visit to the Natural History Museum, George surprised curators with his thoughtful questions about extinction events and climate change. His interest wasn't limited to museum exhibits. Teachers have observed that he frequently brings up environmental topics in class, showing an understanding of sustainability and the impact of human actions on nature. At school, he played an active role in an initiative to reduce plastic waste, explaining the importance of small changes in a way that resonated with his classmates. Even in casual settings, his inquisitive mind stands out. At a garden party at Kensington Palace, he engaged in a conversation with a wildlife expert, asking about insect pollination and migration patterns. His questions reflected not just curiosity but an understanding of how these issues connect to broader environmental challenges. Observers have noted that while George is growing up in the public eye, his eagerness to learn and explore ideas remains a defining part of his character. Prince George keen eye for sports. The UEFA Euro 2024 final in Berlin's Olympic Stadium was a night filled with electrifying energy as England squared off against Spain. Among the sea of fans, a young yet familiar face in the royal box captured public attention. Prince George, seated beside his father, Prince William. With over 70,000 spectators roaring in anticipation, the atmosphere was nothing short of intense. Yet amidst the chaos, the young prince remained remarkably composed, his eyes locked onto the unfolding game with an analytical sharpness beyond his years. From the very first whistle, it was clear that George's presence was not merely ceremonial. This was not just a public appearance, nor was he there simply to cheer for England. His engagement with the match ran far deeper. As England dominated early possession, George was seen animatedly discussing offensive strategies with his father, his hands moving with precise gestures as he broke down tactical nuances. BBC commentator Gary Lineker, watching the young prince closely, remarked, "We're witnessing something special here. A young royal who isn't just a spectator, but a true student of the game." Then came the pivotal moment in the 67th minute. Spain's midfield executed a high-pressure maneuver, creating pockets of space in England's defensive formation. George, ever observant, leaned in towards his father, pointing out the exposed areas. Within seconds, Spain exploited these very gaps, launching a swift counterattack that sent the crowd into a frenzy. The cameras caught Prince William's reaction, an expression of both surprise and pride as he realized his son's tactical insight had been spot on. Social media quickly erupted with clips of George's analysis making rounds. "He's not just watching, he's reading the game," one fan tweeted. But George's understanding of football extended beyond isolated moments of brilliance. Throughout the match, he analyzed substitution patterns and discussed how tactical shifts influenced momentum. When England's manager made a late-game formation change, George shook his head in disapproval, quietly explaining to his father how the adjustment could leave their defensive flanks vulnerable. True to his prediction, England struggled in the final minutes, their defensive weaknesses exposed under Spain's relentless attacks. Despite England's heartbreaking loss, sealed by Spain's decisive 86-minute goal, George's reaction stood in stark contrast to the emotionally charged crowd around him. As many young fans wept in disappointment, George remained composed, nodding in appreciation of Spain's tactical execution. He even took the time to console younger supporters nearby, patiently explaining why Spain's strategy had ultimately secured them the trophy. One spectator noted, "He's not just taking the loss with grace. He's helping others understand the game. Extraordinary maturity for his age." Beyond football, Prince George has long been immersed in the world of sports. Following in the footsteps of his athletic parents, Prince William and Princess Catherine, he has developed a passion for multiple disciplines. football remains at the forefront, with George supporting Aston Villa, his father's favorite club. His enthusiasm was evident as early as 2019 when he was spotted at Wembley, celebrating Aston Villa's triumph in the English Football League Championship playoff final. At school and home in Anmer Hall, George regularly plays football, sharpening his skills on the pitch. His love for sports, however, does not stop at football. Under the guidance of his mother, an avid tennis player, George has taken up tennis lessons with top coaches, even attending training sessions at the prestigious Hurlingham Club. His encounter with Swiss legend Roger Federer, who praised his technique, further cemented his interest in the sport. With Catherine's patronage of the All England Lawn Tennis Club, Wimbledon has become another source of inspiration for the young prince. Rugby and swimming also feature prominently in George's sporting repertoire. With Prince William as the patron of the Welsh Rugby Union and Catherine backing the Rugby Football Union, George has naturally been encouraged to participate. He plays rugby at school, learning valuable lessons in teamwork and strategy. Swimming, a skill heavily emphasized in the royal family, has also been part of his upbringing. From an early age, George has been honing his skills in the water, following the royal tradition of strong swimming abilities. With access to top-tier coaching and world-class facilities, Prince George's journey in sports is only just beginning. Whether analyzing a football match at an elite level, perfecting his tennis strokes, or diving into the world of rugby and swimming, his enthusiasm for sports continues to shape his character and discipline. Prince George's brilliant mind and William's frank admission. Prince George Alexander Louis has always shown a natural curiosity, a sharp intellect, and a deep interest in the world around him, qualities that have not gone unnoticed by his parents, Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales. As the eldest son of the future king, George's education and personal growth have been carefully nurtured, blending traditional royal expectations with modern parenting. His journey through school, his academic achievements, and his emerging talents in music have sparked discussions about his potential role in shaping the monarchy's future. During a recent engagement outside Buckingham Palace, Prince William made an uncharacteristically candid remark about his son's intellect. Known for maintaining a composed and measured tone in public, William's words carried a rare sense of pride and spontaneity. He revealed that George's grasp of complex issues often surprises even his teachers. His ability to connect concepts and think critically is truly exceptional, he admitted, a statement that quickly made headlines. William recalled a moment when George's questions about renewable energy left both him and Catherine momentarily speechless. "Sometimes I think he's a genius," he added, before catching himself. A moment that only further fueled public intrigue. George's schooling has played a significant role in his intellectual development. He first attended Thomas's Battersea, a prestigious London preparatory school known for its rigorous academics. In 2022, he and his younger siblings, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, moved to Lambrook School in Berkshire. Reports from those close to the royal family suggest that George excels in subjects such as mathematics, history, and science. His curiosity extends beyond the classroom, as he frequently engages his teachers and peers in discussions about global affairs, environmental sustainability, and historical events. His interest in languages is another area where his abilities shine. From an early age, George has been exposed to multiple languages, with his mother encouraging him and his siblings to learn Spanish under the guidance of their Spanish-speaking nanny. This emphasis on multilingualism reflects the royal family's commitment to fostering global awareness and communication. Beyond academics, George has developed a strong passion for music. His introduction to the piano at a young age was encouraged by Catherine, who has a deep appreciation for music herself. Under the guidance of skilled instructors, he has steadily improved his playing technique. While he may not be pursuing a professional career in music, His engagement with the instrument enhances his discipline, focus, and creativity, skills that will undoubtedly serve him well in the years to come. His exposure to music extends far beyond playing the piano. As a young royal, he has attended high-profile performances, including the Royal Variety Performance and the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, witnessing firsthand the unifying power of music. His appreciation for live performances and various genres continues to grow. Additionally, he has actively participated in school choirs and group performances, experiences that have helped him build confidence and teamwork skills. George's well-rounded education, natural intellect, and developing talents point to a future where he may leave a significant mark on the monarchy. Whether through academic excellence, environmental advocacy, or artistic expression, his journey is already shaping into something remarkable. And what if Prince George's intellect transforms the monarchy in ways we never expected? Stay tuned to see how his future unfolds. Prince George's potential to transform the monarchy. Prince William's candid remarks about Prince George's intellect have fueled speculation about the monarchy's future. Historians and royal experts are now considering how a highly intelligent and forward-thinking heir could reshape an institution that has stood for over 1,000 years. At top British universities, scholars are analyzing historical comparisons, drawing links to Queen Victoria, who steered the monarchy through the Industrial Revolution, and King George VI, who embraced radio and mass communication. Yet they argue that George's modern education and natural curiosity set him apart from any previous royal figure. His ability to grasp complex subjects, coupled with his deep respect for tradition, could usher in a new era where the monarchy blends historical heritage with contemporary innovation. Some experts believe this could make the royal family more relevant in an ever-changing world, while others debate whether such an intellectual approach could redefine the monarchy's role in governance and diplomacy. With Britain facing rapid social and technological shifts, could Prince George's unique abilities shape a modernized vision of kingship? The discussion surrounding his future is only growing. But what do you think? Could Prince George's intellect redefine the monarchy for a new era? We'd like to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe.